Hello everyone, we're live here tonight at North Wilkesboro Speedway. The first race of the playoffs here in the Quantum Contender Series, the Quantum 200 Throwback Race here at North Wilkesboro. As practice just wrapping up here in the moment. Checkered flag thrown here as here at North Wilkesboro Speedway is qualifying now underway here in a few moments time. As Joshua Schmidt was quickest in practice. We'll see if he's able to do that in the race as well. Cars rolling on to the racetrack right now currently. Under our spin out there, right? That's Calvin Smith getting a bit loose off of turn at number 2. As this is the updated North Wilkesboro as well. You have the 1987 version and also the updated one as well here in iRacing, but I will be using the updated one. Currently, we're looking at Calvin Smith. He's 4th on the grid. Trying to go as quick as he can. He's crossing the line there, Calvin Smith. Does he improve? Doesn't look like he will. Joshua Schmidt goes top of the board. Here currently, the 18.716. You're on the racetrack right now. That 9 machine. Now Cal Schmitz goes top of the board here in qualifying. More times flying in here, took a little bit of time for it to load into. Currently Kyle Schmidt on top of the board. Brand new out on the racetrack right now. And that 28 machine. Currently 2.5 minutes left in qualifying about. And so here comes brand new and down into the back straightaway, down to turn number 3 and 4 now. Off of turn number 4, brand new and where will he cycle out to? Crossing the stripe there. So it looks like it's a 19.4. That puts him in 15th place currently. Braden Van Winger. Wingerden crossing lines, an 18.9. I'll put him around 12th place here currently, and that's 11 machine. Wingerden crossing the line to 18.693, moves him way up the board, puts him up to 6th place. As well, a lap there from that 11 machine. Looks like everyone has set a lap time here. Cody Dorsey not able to set a lap time officially, but he did attempt those laps, but must have clipped the outside wall, possibly may have spun on his laps. But also, looks like Kyle Schmitz will be on pole position here tonight if everything goes according to plan here in these next 60 or so seconds. And also a few drivers as well competing for the My Mom's Addiction Dash finale here at North Wilkesboro. So a lot of storylines going to tonight's race, so make sure to keep you guys all posted up on the whereabouts of those, as well as the point standings going into the night. Obviously with the playoff field being set, top 5 that make it into after the first three races. So 3 races here. It's gonna be North Wilkesboro, Canadian Tire, and then Chicagoland. All three of those races will be in the round of 10. And after those three races is going to be the round of 5. So the top 5 after those three races will move on and advance to have a chance at the championship later in the coming months, around late February and early March. But as qualifying now ticking off, Kyle Schmitz will win the pole officially over Joshua Schmitz there by 5 thousandths of a second. Very close qualifying here tonight. As now these drivers going to grid up here. Pace car on the front straightaway with a step aside for a few moments, and we'll be right back here from North Wilkesboro. Back here live at North Wilkesboro. We're going to take a quick look at our starting lap here for tonight's 200 lap race. As Kyle Schmitz will be on the pole position. Alongside him is Joshua Schmitz in second. Then in third it will be Dorian Hamilton and Jason Bombs in fourth. Also, these drivers running throwback paint schemes as well. Kind of see these paint schemes here currently on your screen. Rusty Rafty will be in fifth, and Brandon Van Wingerden will be in sixth. Brandon Guxhausen in seventh, Stephen Horner in eighth, Calvin Smith ninth, Mike Marshall in 10th, Dan Brown in 11th, Scott Kerberg in 12th. We'll go through this one more time, but should be around 20 plus drivers, I believe, tonight in total. Down there, be actually 18 to be exact. As Derek Riley in 13th, Dan Stockdale in 14th, Dakota Bly 15th, Cole Lewis 16th, and brand new in 17th, and Cody Dorsey rounding out our 18-car field, 9 rows deep here tonight. And we also saw those throwback paint schemes for a few of these drivers as well. So it should be a fun event tonight. A couple drivers racing for the dash, for cash kind of event for money under My Mom's Addictions. But currently, let's take a quick look at our weather before we go green for the first time tonight. Currently May 15th NSIM at 8 p.m. Eastern time, so should definitely be seeing some night time here tonight. As the clouds are, the sun's already kind of setting on the west side of the racetrack. As the fans have packed in here in North Wilkesboro. And we're about to go green for the first time here at North Wilkesboro in the Quantum Contender Series. As Kyle Schmitz will lead us to the green. It's coming to the stripe. That flag machine and green flag is out. We're underway for the Quantum 200. And the playoffs have just begun. And around the outside quickly goes Joshua Schmitz. He'll clear Kyle Schmitz off of turn number 2. Kyle Schmitz kind of took it a little easy there on the entry to turn 1. Maybe not want to be too aggressive early on in this race. Obviously a long one here tonight. And Jaro side by side here behind him. That's Stan Brown. And that 33 machine is behind him. Mike Marshall and Scott Kerberg as well, side by side for around 11th place. Stephen Warner, as looks like Cody Dorsey out to pit lane. I believe he did not set a lap, so he did get a penalty for that. As Brandon Guxhausen trying to make the outside lane working here against Rusty Rafferty. Looks like the outside lane a little bit better here at North Wilkesboro, kind of how it is in real life as well with the new repave. As one car spin out to Scott Kerberg around the back. Will that bring out the yellow? Yes, it will. That's going to be our first yellow of the night. here on lap number 3. Scott Kerberg around in the 14 machine. We'll see what happened. I believe he just most likely just got loose there off of turn number 2. Loop to the round. Front camera here. Yeah, just got a little loose there on the exit. Couldn't quite save it. Oh, Corey Dorsey got tagged. Oh, he's not gonna be able to get the lucky dog then due to that contact. That's gotta be unfortunate for a 9 machine. If you do get contact and you're in lucky dog position, it does not count. You won't be able to get the lucky dog, so unfortunate for him as those drivers are trying to avoid. I believe it was sure who was, I think it was the 11 of Wingerden there. I made contact with Cody Dorsey, but I'm sure he'll have other opportunities to get that lap back, but most likely no one gonna take tires here or fuel, because fuel right now 108 is what I'm being told here currently is kind of the fuel window. 108 laps, so it should be a one-stop race here tonight if we do even go green that long. But people get these drivers pretty clean, so I will not be surprised if we have a green flag run here tonight, and we might see some green flag pit stops, which is very unlikely, mostly at a short track, but you never know, sometimes you do. North Wilkesboro, kind of a nice groove racetrack, very, just kind of get in the flow of things, kind of like most short tracks are, you just gotta get in the flow, and it's a lot more multi-groove than Martinsville type of racetrack. It's a very unique racetrack, going downhill in one section, uphill in another. Never raced the new repaved one, only raced the old one, but man, that's one of my favorite short tracks on the service. It looks like pace car lights should be going off at this time by, so I think we're rocking them back up and going back green. Here on lap number 7 coming to number 8. As there goes a pace car in the pit road. As here comes the rest of the field down into the restart zone. This time Joshua Schmitz will lead us to the green as he's on the gas pedal early in the Echo Park restart zone as green flag is out. But here comes Kyle Schmitz. He's going to be a little bit more aggressive here in turn number 1. Looks like Joshua might be able to clear him off of turn 2. Yes, he will. Joshua Schmitz maintains that race lead for now, but side by side further on back. Rusty Rafty gets up a position on Brandon Cuxhausen, looks like there. Cuxhausen side by side with Calvin Smith as nose to tail coming to the stripe that time by. It's most single file throughout the field. Oh, a little contact there on the inside. Calvin Smith trying to chop off Brandon Cuxhausen. Cuxhausen having none of that one now in turn number 3. And here comes Dan Burrell. Will he make it 3 wide here? We're about in 6th place. Also, Braden Wingerden around the outside of Dan Barone, and he will clear for 8th. It's Calvin Smith still side by side with Brandon Cuxhausen. As Calvin Smith sitting in deep on the entry of turn 1, up the racetrack he goes. He might lose this spot, not quite actually. Actually, a pretty good exit. Even for sitting in that deep. But Cuxhausen, he almost gave him a door there. Might have. We have a car stopped on the inside. Looks like Joshua Schmitz, our race leader, slow off of turn 4. I think he's half self-spun it. Half spun maybe. We'll take a quick look at what happened there. He was in the race lead, just got loose off of turn 4 maybe. Yeah, that's exactly. Oh, got a little help as well, but lost it right in front of Kyle Schmitz. But we stay green, but he's fallen all the way back to 11th place. Unfortunate for our 2 machine, but he showed some speed here in the first 10 laps. So, far around in front, that's Brandon Cuxhausen. He locks it down. That's got to bring out their second caution of the night here on lap number 13. Action happening everywhere on the racetrack. And these laps go by quickly here at North Wilkesboro. Zodno's driver on the outside just got a bit loose there. Front view here. Oh, Oh, even more contact up ahead. It's Wingerden there. Just got loose off of turn number 2, and also I think made some contact with Dan Barone as well. Dan Barone went unscathed, got a little rough side damage there as well, but the driver's coming out pit lane here early on lap number 15. Joshua Schmitz, Scott Kerberg, Dakota Bly, Braden Wingerden. Looks like Curry Dorsey will be getting his way around there as Brandon Cuxhouse is actually pretty destroyed from that incident there. He's going to go a lap down. He does not have a fast repair though. Or no, he does have fast repair, excuse me, but he's going to go a lap down from that incident. So you have to come down pit lane. Dakota Bly also goes a lap down as well in that 8 machine. So some of our playoff drivers had a little trouble here early on in this race. Curry Dorsey being one of them, and Dakota Bly as well. So he's going to go another lap down. Pit lane is closed there. Have to stop for a moment. There's a lot of action currently happening right there these past few laps. This looks like it's kind of getting it all sorted out. We'll see exactly where the ordering is, but it looks like the top pretty much, well, we're pretty much the same as they were. The caution flag flew. But Curry Dorsey currently our points leader coming into the night as well. Having this tough night. Obviously having that penalty from the, not saying the lap time, so sets him back just a little bit here. His pace car lights are out. I'm about to rack him back up again here. It's Jordan Hamilton on the outside there. Currently tied with 3rd in the playoffs. Well, I guess tied for 3rd with 4 other people, but currently on the outside there in 2nd place, looking for a good opening race. Same with Jason Bottoms. Same with Rusty Rafty. His green flag is out. Kyle Schmidt's out to an early jump there on that 25 machine. Looks like the top 2 will clear side by side behind Rusty Rafty, Jason Bottoms. Jason Bottoms will try sliding line behind Rusty Rafty. Not quite. He's not able to clear Dan Barone just yet. As now here comes Dan Barone on the outside. He's looking for another spot as Jason Bottoms might fall down to 5th place here on this restart. Oh, dope, but Dan Barone on the outside while pretty hard. Not sure if that will kill his momentum. He still had a good run. He'll clear Jason Bottoms down in turn number 3. Bottoms not giving up quite yet. But it's going to be tough on the inside with how much that outside gets in momentum here at North Wilkesboro. But he's still trying to fight as hard as he can, but Dan Brown, no. Clear down the back shoulder. Behind them, Calvin Smith has black flag. Braden Van Wingden down pit lane, black flag for him. Might be a drive-through penalty for that 11 machine. As side-by-side possibly up ahead, Dorian Hamilton and Kyle Schmitz side-by-side for a moment here for the race lead. Not quite, but here comes Russ Rafty. Late send down the bottom of turn number 3. Can you get the drive off of turn 4? Not quite. Hamilton will stay ahead. So the top 6, all playoff drivers here currently. Actually the top 7, excuse me. Derek Crowley. You have a little bit of a gap here as Cole Lewis kind of leads the second pack of drivers in that 52 machine. But so far tonight, the Schmitz family has been leading this race tonight so far. Right now it's currently Kyle Schmitz out in front. Joshua Schmitz obviously having that kind of little self-spin, sideways moment for him off of turn 4. Dropped him all the way back to about 12th and 11th place as he currently resides here as he pitted last caution. I believe just to fix up some damage possibly he got from Kyle Schmitz hitting him in the left rear after he got a bit loose in front of him. But he's trying to work his way back up here as he's up to 10th place now. Make that 9th, excuse me. He's up ahead of Cole Lewis and he's inside the top 10 once again. It's still a long way to go, only lap 25 of 200. The top 5 very close together, so we'll see how good these drivers are at tire saving. That's going to be pretty much the name of the game here late in this one. Can you manage those right rear tires? Just overall the rear tires in general. Manage that right front because these action cars, they like to get a bit loose here off the exit, but also a little tail on entry sometimes. It just depends on how you like to drive it. As with one car, very loose. I think that's See Norno there. Oh, and the inside grass, almost at the inside wall. He might have oh, he did hit it. He has left side damage in that Tennessee Bulls machine. As we'll see here off of turn number 2, it just looks like he may have got loose there all by himself and clipped the inside. Oh yeah, he clipped the apron actually. Upset the race car big time and hard licked the inside wall. Major left side damage. As we have a caution out on the racetrack. As you're looking at the replay there, it looks like Brandon Cuxhausen, one lap down, spins off of turn 2. See if he had any help there. He looks like from initial viewpoint, he may have had some help. Dan Soctero, yes, he did. Soctero kind of just drifted up the racetrack barely. Luckily for Cuxhausen, no major damage to that 7 machine, so he'll be able to keep it in one piece for now. But Kyle Schmidt's looking really good here early on. We haven't really had a long green flag run quite yet, as we're on the 3rd caution on that here on lap 29 from the 30. Longest green flag run we've had was right there, about 15 laps or so. A little bit less than that, but around that mark. Only one come down pit lane this time by. Doesn't look like the top few drivers will. It should be going green pretty soon this time. Looks like this time by pace car lights are off. This pace car goes on the pit lane. We're going into the restart zone here. Not quite organized there. Rusty Rapke, I think that was, yeah, Rusty Rapke way too low. Way lower than Kyle Schmitz. I don't know if that messed the inside lane up, but the inside lane kind of died out there quickly. But Kyle Schmitz clears for the race lead. Rusty Rapke still side by side for second. On Dorian Hamilton, side by side Calvin Smith and Dan Barone. Dan Barone on the top side. Looks like he'll probably get the momentum and clear. Maybe here for 4th. Yes, he will. Behind him, Jason Bottoms. And Joshua Schmitz is car on the outside wall. It's Dorian Hamilton. He's slow on the outside. He goes from 2nd to maybe even 6th place here. Can he slot in front of Jason Bottoms? Not quite. Jason Bottoms will clear for 5th. As we'll take a quick replay of what happened there. Dorian Hamilton just looks like he clipped the outside wall in entry. Just could not get off of it. He loses a ton of track position there. Yeah, short track like he at Wilkesboro, it's going to be tough to make that up as Joshua Schmitz will clear for 6th. As Kyle Schmitz still leads over Rusty Rapke in 2nd and Dan Barone in 3rd. Calvin's trying to work his way up through the field as well. Same with Joshua Schmitz, who had that incident earlier in tonight's race. Already back inside the top 6. And again inside the top 5 here in a moment. As it seems like Dorian Hamilton kind of gathered backed up here. And now he's trying to chase down the rest of his drivers ahead of him. As side by side behind, as Dan Soctero side by side with Derek Riley. Riley will clear on the entry to turn number 3. And here comes brand new into the inside. he will clear for ninth. As up ahead, Joshua Schmitz side by side with Jason Bottoms. Bottoms up top, Schmitz on the bottom. It looks like Schmitz will clear off a turn number 4. Bottoms go to the inside. Schmitz walks it down to turn number 1, and he'll try to drive away here as he's back inside the top 5 for the first time, or his second time tonight, for the first time since his half spin there off of turn 4. But back out front, Kyle Schmitz in the race. Rusty Rafty under attack from Dan Barone. He's shown some really good speed here early in tonight's race as well. But here comes Calvin Smith. Smith has been pretty good on these older tires, it seems like, throughout this season as well. It looks like Dan Barone will clear for a moment off of turn 4, but not quite, as Smith really trying as hard as he can to get inside the top 3 spots. Dan Barone not letting it happen, as Smith will concede that position fully. He'll stay behind Dan Barone, that 33 machine. As looks like we're single file for a moment. Scott Kerberg here side by side around 13th place on Cole Lewis, as he'll move up to 12th, as barely clears Cole Lewis off of turn number 4, but he moves himself up to that 12th place spot. Things have seemed to calm down just a little bit here. I think we're on one of the longer green flag runs of the night so far here on lap 43, as this race has gone by really quick actually. So I'm sure it does not feel quick in this race car, as this track is not easy to drive. We go on board here with Dan Barone. Just kind of see what the drivers are seeing here out of their windshields. No contact there. Calvin Smith getting a little race. He's looked 3 wide here in Wilkesboro off of turn 2. There goes Joshua Schmitz. He's trying to move up to 3rd place there, and he will. What a move from that 2 machine. As we'll take a quick replay after a few moments here. It looks like it's all said and done for now. It looks like Calvin Smith kind of just checked Dan Barone there on the entry to turn number 1. Yeah, tried a little slide job and hit a little neck kill as well. It did not help at all, but Joshua Schmitz kind of sneaks his way through 3 wide. As what a replay that is, as Joshua Schmitz up to 3rd place. He may be the driver to beat here tonight. He's looking really, really good here on lap 47. Trying to redeem himself from that incident he had earlier in tonight's race. His lap times have fallen off, not quite as much as I thought they would only be. They're about 5/10 off of their fastest lap time, about 50 laps into the night's race. So tire fall off has not been too big of a factor here tonight. A little side-by-side behind, that's Calvin Smith and Dorian Hamilton. There was Calvin Smith, a little contact there on the entry of turn 1. You see his brake lights are glowing. His brake, I believe it's rotor right there, glowing inside that tire. That's how much these drivers are using the brakes. When we went on board Dan Barone, you could see how much he was lifting, how much throttle management he has to use so far tonight. But back out front is 1/4 of the way through already. It's gonna, like I mentioned, a very quick race. I mean, I'm just surprised how quick this thing's going for me, at least. I mean, North Wilkesboro, you're only going around this racetrack around every 20 seconds, so about 3 laps a minute. So it goes by really quick, but I'm sure for these drivers, like I mentioned, it feels like an eternity around this racetrack, just constantly turning this race car around. Even in the simulator, you get a little exhausted. Your forearms start to hurt a little bit, you know, especially when you go for a long green flag run. So far, this is the longest green flag run we've had tonight. Really, the top 8 are pretty much under a blanket within 2 seconds of each other. Derek Riley kind of in the rear of this field, the caboose, I would say. Right behind Jason Bombs in 7th, but right now, no one's really able to make any serious gains on anyone, any moves. As you can see, Calvin Smith inside of Dorian Hamilton. The outside seems like the most dominant lane here tonight so far. We'll see if that changes once this rubber starts to build up a little bit more. I think the outside lane just... Oh, his caution is out. And it looks like the 11 machine of Wingerden around off of turn 4, possibly left front damage, I think. Was a look at the replay here. It's off of turn 4, just spun around, loops around, try to avoid. Did not get hit. Brushed the wall, inside wall was slightly. I'll bring out the 4th caution of the night here on lap 55. I assume these drivers will come up pit lane. Yes, they will. Most of them probably down the pit road. This looks like Rusty Rafty and Dorian Hamilton gonna stay out here, maybe. It's in track position here at the quarter mark of the race. As there goes Kyle Schmitz into his box. Interesting that the number 1 box is not the pole sitter, but it's number 2 box. As you see, Kyle Schmitz in those 4 fresh Goodyear tires. And he's off and away from pit lane. See, there goes the pace car. Everyone else exiting pit lane as well. Some drivers might go a lap down here. Gotta hurry up here. That might be the 52 Cole Lewis. Looks like he's going to be a trapped a lap down, possibly. And yes, he is. Wow. Just not enough of a quick pit stop there for that 52. He's going to go a lap down here. Same with Mike Marshall, that 88 machine. And Steven Warner as well. So it changes up the order just a little bit. We'll put that ticker so you guys can see it, but a couple drivers going to lap down into this caution. Not where you want to be on pit lane. Is you do not want to see that pace car going by you once your tires are up on the left jack. But we're going green this time by. Coming to lap number 60, so pit window was around 108. That was kind of the fuel window. Plus or minus probably 3 or 4 laps. So the drivers who stay out, they can go around probably 45, 50 more laps if they wanted to. They'll be pretty close on fuel. They want to go to 108 like the number was mentioned. They have to go around, I think, 48 laps in total. So they can probably go around 50 plus. It's a delayed green here, it looks like. Getting everything sorted out in the sim. So we'll not be going green this time by. Next time by, should be going green. Make sure if you are watching, like the stream, support the stream, share it out to your friends and families. Also make sure you like it. Like I mentioned, like and subscribe as well to the channel to support us in the Quantum Continuum Series and all the other leagues we have here on Legends Racing Network. As we're about to go back green here, pace car officially off. Rusty Rafty will lead the field to the green for the first time tonight. And green flag is back out. Rusty Rafty, amazing start there in that 34 machine. He pulls away big time. Let's go on board here and see his gearbox of Rusty Rafty. He's trying to pull away from Dorian Hamilton. He has a big margin already for that 25 machine. Excuse me, a 19 machine. Just Kyle Schmitz, but he has a little bit fresher tires. Hit obviously just 4 laps to go under caution. So looks like Braden Wingerden down pit lane as the field really spread out after that restart. And Rusty Rafty really caught the field lacking on the restart there. Was able to roll away quickly, but Kyle Schmitz Not letting him pull away too much here. As there goes Schmitz to the inside. Can you clear it out of turn number 3 and 4? Or how long can Rusty Rafty hold on to this race clear as well? Jason Bottom side by side here with Jordan Hamilton. He has the fresher tires. Can maybe make a little slide job move here down to number 1 and 2. Oh, Jordan Hamilton the outside wall once again. At the battle for the race lead. Kyle Schmitz side by side with Rusty Rafty here off of turn number 2. Can you make the move down in turn 3? Yes, he will. Slide job move. Rafty will look for a crossover move. Not quite as Jason Bottoms behind will clear Jordan Hamilton. Bottoms moves inside the top 3. Is behind him Jordan Hamilton and Joshua Schmitz now duking out here for 4th and 5th. Jordan Hamilton currently winning that battle on Joshua Schmitz. Right now, Kyle Schmitz trying to pull away here from Rusty Rafty. It looks like he is with those newer tires. He's able to pull away. It's Joshua Schmitz side by side with Jordan Hamilton. Schmitz clear slide job move there in turn 1. He'll clear for 4th. Behind him, Brand New and Derek Riley duking out here for 6 and 7. It looks like Brand New will win that battle for 6th place. Riley will have to slot in line in 7th. As the rest of the field kind of spread out here, like I mentioned, I think the Rusty Rafty just getting that good initial launch on the outside lane kind of caught everyone sleeping a little bit, quote unquote. They weren't able to really time the restart as much as they wanted to, and see the field flying down here down the back straightaway. There's Kyle Schmitz off a turn at number 2. The rest of the field flying down that back straightaway and in the field on the front, so about half a lap advantage first to last it looks like currently. We'll see if we catch up to lap traffic here for a long green flag run. We've been in green for around 10 laps or so, side by side. Brand New and Derek Riley once again for 6 and 7. Looks like Newman on the outside, gonna clear Riley. Yes, he will. Once again, Newton still ahead in that 6th place spot. As Jason Bottoms moves himself up to 2nd place over Rusty Rafferty. We'll took a replay of that one. Looks like on 3 and 4. Looks like Rusty Rafferty kind of just gave up the spot. Didn't really challenge Jason Bottoms too much there. So now it's just kind of tire saving the waiting game currently. Kyle Schmitz leads about 1 second over Jason Bottoms. Rusty Rafty in 3rd. Joshua Schmitz in 4th. As here comes Joshua Schmitz. He's now attacking Rusty Rafty on those older tires as well. And side by side behind him, Jordan Hamilton and Brand New, and Newton will clear. Mary Hamilton have those, is on those older tires as well. And it's kind of stacking up the drivers behind him. Derek Riley, Scott Kerberg, and Calvin Smith as well. He's currently in 8th and 9th. Up ahead, Joshua Schmitz trying to get around Rusty Rafty for that 3rd place spot. Rafty has not pitted so far tonight. He tried to, caution is out. And it looks like it might be Mike Marshall, a little slow on the front straightaway in that 88 machine. It looks like it is. Looks like just, yeah, all by himself off of turn 4. Kind of overcorrects it just a little bit. As I think that's the second driver we've seen, at least the fourth driver we've seen get loose off of turn 4 randomly. Just not be able to save it. Saw Joshua Schmidt start earlier and he was able to save it though. And that'll be a 5th caution that here on lap 78. Looks like Rusty Rafferty and will come up in, but Dorian Hamilton does not. He is not pitted so far tonight, and you'll have to pit for fuel pretty soon, probably the next 30 to 35 laps. Interesting strategy there from that 25 machine. Not sure if it's going to work out quite enough. Let's take a quick look at our dash drivers here currently. The Brandon Cuxhausen, Rusty Rafferty, Braden Van Wingden, and Cody Dorsey. Currently the driver up in front, I believe, is Rusty Rafferty. Currently, looks like he's leading the My Mom's Addiction Dash finale. You're currently... Obviously, we're not even at halfway point yet in tonight's race, so a lot can change from here on out. But Rusty Rafferty he's looking pretty strong. He led a few laps there, decided to stay out. Had a little different strategy, just didn't really quite pay out like he probably wanted to. But on green this time, another driver 1 lap down. I think that's driver playing Mike Marshall, and I think it was a white car, Dan Barone, 1 lap down. So wow, he was up there quite a bit couple laps ago, so unfortunate for him. He's gonna go 1 lap down here. Going up back green here with Kyle Schmidt's gonna lead the field on the inside line. Jason Bob's on the outside. His green flag is out. Kyle Schmidt's will clear Jason Bob's down in turn 1. And looks like, oh, big moves. Here comes Brandon Newton to the outside. He's gonna try to go from 4th to 3rd. It looks like he might, as he's the outside of Joshua Bottoms there. Jason Bottoms side by side off of turn 4. Oh, he gets a little tag there in turn 1, up the racetrack hard, like in the outside wall, and that's going to be a big pile up down in turn number 1, and that's going to bring out the 6th caution of the night, as Jason Bottoms was clipped on the left rear from Joshua Schmitz on the entry to turn 1. A big jump there on the outside wall. No one really able to avoid quite easily, as everyone was barreling in and out into turn 1's full speed. So let's take a quick look what happened there. I saw that one live as Jason Bottoms just got clipped left rear, hit Derek Riley, Calvin Smith involved, Cody Dorsey had nowhere to go, and neither did Rusty Rafferty. So wow, that is our 6th caution of the night, so a bunch of drivers are going to come out pit lane to fix some damage as well. We take a moment to step aside and we'll be right back here from North Wilkesboro. It's back live here at North Wilkesboro, about to go green here on lap 89. Jason Bottoms and Rusty after going a lap down, having to come down pit lane and fixture damage. We are delaying the green this time by, looks like. So one more pace up before we officially go back green. Jason Bottoms once again back down pit lane because he's got to hurry because we're going green this time by. You not want to start your first race in the playoffs. Kind of be a bad one. Looks like a few of our playoff drivers struggling here early, but pace car is off and we're back underway here. Kyle Schmitz with a great restart on the outside line. And what a jump there from Schmitz. It was brand new and left in the dust there in seconds. But he'll clear in that second place spot over Jordan Hamilton, who's still yet to pit here tonight so far. 90 laps into this one. We'll see how that plays out for him. Brian Cuxhausen currently in fourth. There's a three-wide action there in the mid-pack. Around Dakota Bly's area. That 8 machine, the Diet Mountain Dew, excuse me, machine there. As he's losing a little bit of track position here down to 9th place, and now he's kind of losing a lot of time here currently. Not sure if he looks like he may have took right sides only maybe last time by, but here comes Jordan Hamilton. He might lose some spots here with these old tires. He falls down to 4th place, could be 50th in the moment as Derek Riley on the outside trying to make something work on the top side. Will he be able to off the turn number 4? Looks like he will. But he's not quite clear just yet. And yes, he will off the turn at number 2. Side by side here for a second now. Comes Brandon Cuxhausen. The inside of Brandon Newton. Cuxhausen will clear for second, clips the outside wall, and then process as well. He'll still clear. As Newton a little bit on older tires as well. Cuxhausen did pit 15 laps ago, so he has one of the fresher tires in the field, him and Derek Riley as well. Those two drivers on very fresh tires. Here's almost the halfway point in this one tonight. As Brandon falling back quickly here. His lap traffic as well behind him, trying to make up those laps. As well as Derek Riley to the inside of Brandon Cuxhausen. Riley, is he going to clear off for turn 4? Cuxhausen hits the outside wall, doesn't slow down his momentum too much. Looks like Riley on the inside, not able to get the power down as much as he wants, as Cuxhausen will clear as all of this happening behind. Kyle Schmitz here currently is about 1.3 second lead over second place of Brandon Cuxhausen, as Derek Riley is still side by side. And the battles you see behind them as well is not for position, it's actually for lead lap cars mixed, as there may be some contact there. Dorian Hamilton way up the racetrack, Brandon Newton still off for turn number 2 as a bunch of lap traffic, as here comes Joshua Schmitz passing them both. Same with Cody Dorsey. We'll take a quick replay lap in there. A little contact down in turn number 1, looks like. Calvin Smith up the racetrack. Now did the same thing earlier to Dan Barone. He basically moves Brandon Newton up the racetrack and makes him slide a little bit. And he'll get through. As Derek Riley will clear for second. Currently, co-spot on the racetrack is Dorian Hamilton and Brandon Newton. Hamilton still has not pit in the 101 lap sweeping at this for the feature. As caution is out, as we will wreck ahead. Looks like Braden Wingerden. Some contact with him and Calvin Smith. And once again, caution flag flies here. 7th caution of the night. Lap 102. Hamilton finally pitched for the first time tonight. As looks like the lucky dog will be Rusty Rafferty, so lucky for him. He's pretty quick early on tonight's race. We'll see how different the second half of this race is tonight. See if it's really any different at all. Racking them back up here. Space car pulls on the pit lane here, about to go green here on lap 106. And green probably gets back in the air. We're underway here at North Wilkesboro. It's Derek Riley in the second place here in the moment, and maybe as Josh Schmitz has a good run there off of turn number 2. Looks like Riley will clear though as the top 3 single file it out side by side there. Brandon Cuxhausen and Brand Newen. 2 Brendan spelled differently. It's 4th and 5th place who will come out on top here on the front straightaway. Looks like pretty even down in turn number 1. Oh, contact there. Little short track racing. There goes Josh Schmitz around. But he keeps it straight. Will that be yellow? No, it will not. We keep it green. But once again, Joshua Schmitz half sliding there. This time, had a little help there from the left rear. He'll fall all the way back to down to 11th place. He'll have to work his way back up through the field once again, just like he did early in tonight's race. We'll see if he'll be able to though. But Kyle Schmitz still currently in the race lead, but behind him is Derek Riley. Riley has a lot fresher tires, about 30 lap fresher tires than Kyle Schmitz. Can Riley get around this 19 machine, this Aflac machine? Have a throwback to Carter Edwards, it seems like, there. This looks like we are under caution here once again. Looks like Dan Stockdaro around. And Braden Van Wingerden as well. Around. We'll see what happened there off of turn number 2. Looks like Dan Brown up the racetrack. Yeah, just got into Wingerden there, and oh, hard lick for there. Dan Stockdaro not really able to go anywhere there off of turn number 2. That'll be our 8th caution of the night here on lap 109. So some of the drivers coming down pit lane, Brand Newen being one of them. It's about half the field coming down pit lane. Looks like Jason Bottoms will be our lucky dog driver. Kyle Schmidt's currently staying out once again. I believe Brandon Cuxhausen currently in the lead here for My Mom's Addiction Dash Finale. His car is off, and in the pit lane, about to go into restart zone, and green flag back in the air. Kyle Schmitz once again with another great restart here in the Aflac machine. As he'll rocket down into turn number 1, as Derek Riley behind him on those fresher tires. He almost challenged last time before he had that yellow, but here comes Dorian Hamilton. He has the freshest tires on the field, and he rockets past Derek Riley on the outside. Can you do the same here on Kyle Schmitz? With 85 laps to go this time by, which seems like a lot of laps, but really it's not a lot of time in general. There he goes, Dorian Hamilton on the outside of Derek Riley, not quite able to get to his right rear quarter panel. How long will Dorian Hamilton wait here? Maybe use that front bumper of his. Get on board here with that 25 machines. Cautions out here for the night time tonight. Lap 116. See what happened there. Whoa, one car on the inside's Rusty Rafferty just losing on the straightaway, it looked like. He just pitted 5 laps to go. May have been just those cold tires. Rusty Rafferty off of turn 4. Yeah, it was very weird, just on the gas and lost it and looped to the round. Maybe it was the cold tires, but Kyle Schmitz down pit lane. Gonna give up the race lead here and come down pit lane. And there's quite a bit of track position there in that 19 machine. Dorian Hamilton will be our race leader here currently. His car light should come off this time by. We'll rack him back up here once again. Here come the 80 laps to go at Wilkesboro under the lights here in the throwback race. A lot of different things going on. You got the throwback race, you got the first race of the playoffs, and also you got the Dash for Cash award. Presented by My Mom's Addiction on eBay. But Dorian Hamilton gonna lead us to green this time by It's actually delayed green right there. Sorting out the field here quickly where we actually take off here on the front straightaway. As here comes Dorian Hamilton, get a lace left green for the first time tonight. Pace car pulls out the pit lane and green flag is away. Dorian Hamilton with a great launch down in turn 1. Scott Kerberg and Cody Dorsey side by side for a second behind him. Looks like Dorsey will get that second place spot over Scott Kerberg. And here comes Derek Riley as well, who just pitted this caution as he's up to third place here. He's looking really good for that last yellow. Kyle Schmidt's got to work through traffic as soon as around he goes off of turn 4. That's going to bring out the 10th caution. He gets hammered there from Jason Bottoms. As Kyle Schmidt goes around here on 123, had some help there. Actually, it'll be a 10th caution of the night. He's majorly damaged, and he was looking like the driver to beat. He was our pole sitter tonight as well, and led probably the most laps tonight. He just pitted that caution there. We'll see what here officially happens. Off of turn 4. Looks like Wingerden just got loose off of turn 4, and Jason Bottoms really had nowhere to go at that point. He gets a lot of damage too in that 5 machine, but I believe they both still have a fact. Actually, Jason Bottoms already used his hatch repair, so he does not have that free part fix. Be tough for him with all that damage. I mean, it is a short track, but aero gonna be somewhat important as well. But in the meantime, we're gonna take a quick little break. We'll be right back here from North Wilkesboro for the Quantum 200. Running green this time by pace car in the pit lane. Dorian Hamilton will lead us once again to the green flag here as Cody Dorsey on his inside. Scott Kerberg right behind him is green flag back in the air. Dorian Hamilton with a great launch here. Cody Dorsey is cleared down up to top lane on the racetrack. If he wants it, he'll take it. Derek Riley also behind him as well. Scott Kerberg way up the racetrack he goes. It's Brandon Newman behind him. It's top 4 single file out for now, but behind them Joshua Schmitz and Brandon Newman side by side for that 5th place spot. Also Brandon Cuxhausen and Jason Bottoms as well, trying to duke it out here around the mid-pack positions. Looks like Joshua Schmitz will clear for 4th. Scott Kerberg will slot in 5th. Brandon Cuxhausen will clear Jason Bottoms, but Bottoms had a little bit of front end damage, might have a little aero tight. He has a little bit loose here for Kyle Schmitz to throw on back. as he goes one lap down as well. And Derek Riley just posted the fastest lap of the race as well. That 17 machine, the top 3 pulling away from the rest of the field here with 70 laps to go. Buster after trying to make his way back up to the front of this field, having a little bit of left side damage as well. Go behind in front of him. There goes Brand New around. Can you lock it down in time? I don't think he did. As he loops it around there, and caution flag flies here for the 11th time tonight. 68 laps to go. I saw that one live there as well. Buster Afty on the outside, just Brand New got loose, and Alex kind of helps him go around completely, but obviously nowhere for him to go. As Jason Baum comes down pit lane here. Probably gonna try to fix that damage on 5 machine that he got, unfortunately for him. Some drivers may be saving some fuel. It seems like a lot of drivers turn off these engines, I think I'm hearing. So we'll see what happens here. Jordan Hamilton in a great spot here, currently leading. Is going to fuel, does not have to pit one more again if he doesn't want to. Looks like he may be saving a little bit of fuel, maybe in case we get a green light checker, but I think he should be good at quite a bit actually. He's, you know, he does seem pretty good quite a bit, so just maybe saving just a little bit of fuel just to be a little extra cautious. But it looks like going green this time by. He's going to choose the outside lane once again. Looks like the outside has been the preferred lane and better lane on these restarts, it seems like. Is racking them back up here, and green flag is up here at North Wilkesboro, and Jordan Hamilton with a great launch once again. Scar Dorsey can defend behind. Yes, he will. He'll stay ahead of Joshua Schmitz for now. And now Derek Riley slots himself up into maybe 4th place. Not quite enough, as Brendan Cuxhausen on the outside has something for him. As Cuxhausen looking really good here late. Here comes Joshua Schmitz. Being tested here from Brendan Cuxhausen for a 3rd place spot here currently. It looks like Josh Smith's going to fall down to 4th place. He might fall down to 5th place here in the moment as well. Here now we have 60 laps to go here tonight, and Jordan Hamilton out in front. And Brandon Cox on with a move through 1-2, gonna clear for third, but Joshua Schmidt says not quite just yet. He sends it to the inside. He may clear here off the floor. Oh, Carl on the outside wall. I think that's Derek Raleigh overcorrecting the outside wall. No cautions out. We stayed green. Yeah. Oh, what a hit there for that 17 machine. Major right front damage. It seems like he does not have a fast pair left, so he'll have to repair that manually on pit lane if he wants to come down pit lane and fix that. But at this point in the race, it's going to be all about track position. He wants a chance at a good finish here tonight. Looks like caution flag is out once more. It looks like Rusty Rafty in pit lane, I believe, may have been involved in that yellow. 12th one of the night. Yeah, looks like he is. Gyers is really struggling off of turn 4. That's like the biggest struggle spot here tonight so far. There's still contact between him and Cole Lewis off of turn 4. And Rusty Rafty's night is over. His chance at the Dash for Cash here, presented by My Mom's Addictions on eBay, has come to an end here tonight. A surprise here, Jason Bottom's able to stay in that 6th place spot. Even with all that damage that he has on that front end of his race car, he's not letting it affect him too much. So we'll win this time by. Maybe not quite yet. Jumped the gun on that one just a little bit, but anyways, right now currently looking at the championship positions here on the racetrack. You got Rusty Rafty currently, and obviously Roy Hamilton, Josh Schmidt's 1, 2, 3, all in the playoffs here currently. Looking really good as well here, and you want a good opening race. I'm not sure who's the best road course racer, but a lot of stereotypically stock car drivers, oval racers kind of struggle a little bit on the road course side sometimes, but obviously, some people have the strength as that. But Corey Dorsey currently doing good. Kyle Schmitz had his moments, but maybe he can make his way back up to the field currently. He's in that 14th place spot all the way on the end of the lead lap, so we'll see if he can make his way back up to the field as green flag back out in the air with 53 laps to go. Hamilton will clear down to number 1 for Dorsey and Brent Cuxhausen side by side for 2nd and 3rd. As Ken Cuxhausen clear, not quite enough down into number 3, but I think off of 4 he might be able to do it here. And he will for a moment, but will Cody Dorsey send it to along the racetrack? A little bit, but not enough, as Brent Cuxhausen will clear officially off a turn at number 2. Just scoot away here from Cody Dorsey behind. Behind them, Dan Barone side by side with Jason Bottoms there. 5 machine in 6th place. Ooh, way up the racetrack goes Calvin Smith. Almost skipped the outside wall there in that 3 machine. There goes Josh Schmidt to the inside of Cody Dorsey there for third. Can he clear here for the top 3 spot as Dorian Hamilton big time pulling away here, about 1 second gap over the rest of the field. Here with under 50 laps to go, this thing will go by quickly if we stay green. Josh Schmidt, who's starting in a second place spot, trying to work his way back up through the field, had some troubles, had some issues tonight. He's fought back hard, he's fought back well. He's now side by side for a second as Cody Dorsey gets a bit loose off of turn number 2. And here comes Josh Schmidt now for second on the inside of Brendan Cuxhausen. He will clear for second. He's back where he started tonight's race. A second place spot behind him. Calvin Smith and Cody Dorsey side by side off of turn number 2. Smith will slot in line, maybe he'll pick to the inside. Big stand for that Calvin Smith, that third machine. Not able to quite clear Cody Dorsey off of turn number 4, excuse me. Quite enough. Dorsey just seems like he's not as good off of turn 2 as he is off of turn 4. I think that might be a little bit of a weakness for that 9 machine here tonight. Look how much of a run he gets off of turn number 4. Off of turn 2, it just doesn't seem like he gets that big of a run compared to off of turn 4. Like right there, just a lot more even, but that time he did really good as little Smith sends along the racetrack. Will he use that front bumper of his on Cody Dorsey? No, he will not. Down in turn number 1, here comes Dorsey to the inside of Cuxhausen. As Josh Schmidt's trying to chase down Dorian Hamilton, and he's doing so. He's within half a second of our race leader here currently. As now, Brendan Cuxhausen pulls away here from fourth place of Cody Dorsey. Dorsey will clear now Dan Brown as well. As now, Dorian Hamilton now under attack from Joshua Schmitz here. His last few laps, Schmitz has been really closing that gap down quickly. So like they say, it's one thing to catch him, it's another thing to pass him, but Schmitz is there. He peeks to the inside here off of turn number 4. He's not able to quite get the power down like Dorian Hamilton was able to. Behind him, Brendan Cuxhausen and Dan Brown. Cuxhausen has Cody Dorsey lost a couple of spots there. He's on the 6th place now. He's one of the oldest tires on the field here currently. He's been staying out on these tires since 51 laps ago. We'll see if he's able to keep it going. As we're under 40 laps to go. Brandon Cuxhausen trying to hang on for 3rd place, but Dan Brown and Calvin Smith behind are lurking. Smith once again to the inside lane, not able to make it stick off of turn 4. And Brown on the outside doing a great job just maintaining his speed and getting those good exits that he needs. What a group gaggle of cars here, 3rd on back here currently. As they're all trying to get around Brendan Cuxhausen here for that 3rd place spot. Go to the chopper cam here and kind of just see this multi-groove racing. As Joshua Schmidt's trying to get around Dorian Hamilton as well. 2 seconds up the road from 3rd place right here. Brendan Cuxhausen, side by side behind him, Calvin Smith and Dan Brown. King Calvin Smith clear. Dan Brown down in turn number 1. Not quite, they're pretty much even throughout most of this racetrack. Calvin Smith really has been trying that inside line for most of tonight's race. Just not able to really make it stick too well. He's just been pretty even, not able to pass quite enough. but he'll clear down to turn 1. But now he's going to try to the inside of Brandon Cuxhausen. Can he make it work on that 7 machine? As he's alongside him, got a good run off of turn number 4. Now entering turn number 1, going to slide up the racetrack just a little bit, crowding up the racetrack. But he'll clear for 3rd. And he maybe catch up to a race leaders here. They're about 2.2 seconds up the road from him. There's Jordan Hamilton, and down the racetrack about a straightaway behind. There's a big train of cars behind him as well, so will he be able to clear, or will he be able to catch up to our race leaders? Looks like he's pulling away from everyone else behind, but I just don't think it'll be enough for him to catch up to our race leaders right now currently. As Jordan Hamilton doing a great job defending from Joshua Schmitz here. Schmitz, even though he has about 15 lap frustrated tires, is not able to really get around Hamilton. He was able to catch him big time, but like we mentioned before, it's another thing to pass someone. Here at North Wilkesboro, side-by-side action happening back here in the mid-pack. Got 7th place spot, Kyle Schmitz to the outside of Cody Dorsey. Schmitz looking to try to clear that machine for 6th place here. Not quite able to do it just yet. There he goes, the inside. He'll send it on Dan Barone. He'll get a little 2 for 1 there, maybe even get 3 here. As the inside Brandon Cuxhausen, he goes here on lap with 26 laps to go. As almost 3 wide entering turn number 3. But it looks like Kyle Schmitz will clear. Not quite. But hanging on the entry of turn 1, he'll be able to clear off of turn 2. Oh, Brandon Cuxhausen, what a move there on the outside. Has great momentum. He's trying to hang on here for dear life, but I think right there, Kyle Schmitz will clear here for that 4th place spot. And try to scoot away like Calvin Smith has done so. He's slowly but surely getting on the lead side by side for the race lead here. As here comes Joshua Schmitz now. The first time right, side by side with Dorian Yates for the race lead. It's off for turn 4 to go. Dead even, pretty much down the front straight. Down to turn 1, 2. Up the racetrack they go. Can Hamilton clear on the outside? It looks like Schmitz will clear down through 3 and 4. And he's out in front for the first time in 100 or so laps, 100 plus laps. Probably around 150 actually. But here comes Dorian Hamilton. He's not going to give up quite easily. He'll slot back in line here with 22 coming to 21 to go. Oh, he gets a bit loose there as well. It's got Joshua Schmitz to pull away just a little bit more. Now Joshua Smith's trying to pull away here and win the first open round of the playoffs here at North Wilkesboro. Back out in the mid-pack here, Cody Dorsey trying to get around Brandon Cuxhausen as well. Curtis to the inside here of Brandon Cuxhausen. This is for the Dash for Cash, presented by My Mom's Addiction here. This is the battle for 5th place, and this is also the battle for the win there. 2 of the 4 drivers have already crashed out of tonight's race. These 2 are what's left remaining. And with 17 to go, the nose to tail here at North Wilkesboro. How aggressive would Cody Dorsey be to win this dash here over Brandon Cuxhausen? Looks like Cuxhausen pulling away just a little bit here on Cody Dorsey. Dorsey, I mentioned, has really old tires, the second oldest tires in the field, second behind Dorian Hamilton. 15 laps to go. Joshua Smith has a 1.2 second lead. He's looking for his first win since Pocono in the early month of December. But here comes Cody Dorsey with a good run off of turn 2. He's going to look to the inside there of Brendan Cuxhausen. Dan Barone now to the inside of Cody Dorsey, not really allowing him to get side by side behind them. Dakota Bly and Derek Riley side by side, and here comes Scott Kerberg as well. Single file back out for now here. With 12 laps to go. The top 4 kind of spaced out together with a 5th on back, side by side. And this is probably one of the most important battles on the racetrack here currently. Cody Dorsey able to clear big time there. Off of turn 4, can he keep this gap going? And now Brendan Cuxhausen under attack here, and he's letting Cody Dorsey pull away here, big time. Now there's a car in between them of Dan Barone here currently. Out in front, Joshua Schmidt's about a 3-second lead over Dorian Hamilton with 8 laps to go here at North Wilkesboro. Can he get the victory here tonight in the first playoff race of the season? Flap traffic right there as well. It's Cole Lewis in that 52 machine. Excuse me, that's not, I think that's Dan Soctero, excuse me. There. Scott Kerberg getting around. Jason Bottoms is still fighting that damage here with 5 laps to go. But Joshua Schmitz, what a comeback drive for him. Here coming to 4 laps to go. Calvin's going to try to chase down Dorian Hamilton here late. Joshua Jason Bottoms side by side here with Scott Kerberg. That's for 9th and 10th. As here we go, looks like Kerberg will clear as coming to the white flag this time by Joshua Schmitz. 1 lap to go here in the Quantum 200. All the other positions pretty much dialed in, but off of turn number 4 in a few moments time, Joshua Schmitz will come off for turn number 4, and he'll win the Quantum 200 here at North Wilkesboro and pick up his second win of the season and his first in the playoffs. And Kyle Schmitz, who won last week, that's how they're giving Josh Schmitz a little bit of a bump there in celebration, but he's got to burn it down, rightfully so, here on the front straightaway. What a comeback there for Joshua Schmitz. And we'll take a quick break here at North Wilkesboro and speak to our top 3 drivers in a moment. As we're back live here at North Wilkesboro, going to take a quick look at our final race results here tonight. The Quantum 200 at North Wilkesboro, as Joshua Schmitz will pick up his second win of the season here with a 3.2 second gap over Julian Hamilton, who will finish in second. Third will be Calvin Smith, Kyle Schmitz in fourth, Cody Dorsey fifth, and he'll win also the dash here, presented by My Mom's Addictions. And Gary Riley will be in sixth, Dan Barone in seventh, Scott Kerberg in eighth, Brandon Cuxhausen in ninth, and Jason Bottoms will round out our top 10. Cole Lewis will be 11th, Dakota Bly 12th, Brandon Newman 13th, Dan Stockdero in 14th, Stephen Horner in 15th, Rusty Rafty 16th, Mike Marshall in 17th, and Braden Wingerden in 18th. As we'll speak to our race winner here in a few moments' time, of Joshua Schmitz. Hello, Josh, you got a copy?
Yeah.
What a win here for you tonight here at North Wilkesboro. A lot of up and downs here now, I would say. Kind of half spun it there on the first like 25 laps or so while leading, then spun out once again. Was involved in a caution here late and worked your way through the field. and you pick up the victory here in North Wilkesboro. Talk us for that tonight's race.
Yeah, I went from the back to the front more times than I could count. Thought I had my race ruined there 3 times. Thought I ruined somebody else's race a few times in there too. I did not see this coming, so it's pretty nice at the end of it to win it.
Yeah, how do you feel kind of going through the next few races next week at Canadian Tire? Just what your kind of thoughts with having such a good run here tonight and kind of having a little bit of a cushion, I would say, for these next few races up ahead.
Yeah, road coursing is not anything good to me, so we'll see how that goes. But the rest of the playoffs look good for me, so I'm excited for the last 3 races. Just got to get by these next 2.
Yeah, definitely. And as well, like I said, congrats on your win tonight. Anyone to thank for tonight's great run?
Yeah, go check out Spare Parts Gaming Community on Facebook, and then My Mom's Editions on eBay.
Like I mentioned, congrats on your win here tonight at North Wilkesboro, and we'll see you next week at Canadian Tire.
Thank you very much.
So it's Joshua Schmitz, our race winner here tonight at North Wilkesboro. We're going to speak to our second place finisher of Dorian Hamilton. Excuse me. And that 25 machine. So Dorian, you got a copy?
Yeah.
So pick up that second place position here tonight. One thing I noticed, you stay out on those old tires quite a bit. You only pitted, I believe, 1 time tonight around the halfway point. How hard was it to save those tires and keep them underneath you with how long you run on them for?
It wasn't too bad up until kind of like I feel like the 35 to go mark. I was kind of hoping for another caution to come out kind of with like 40 to go, and it just like never really came. So I was just like kind of stuck with just running it. But once it got to like 35 to go, it was hard to keep Joshua behind me. That's a fast man.
Yeah, definitely. Tonight he was. Overall, great position for you tonight. Going to the for the playoffs as well. What's your kind of picture going into these next few races at Canadian Tire in Chicagoland?
Looking forward to Canadian Tire. I did well in the first road course, so I kind of see myself doing well. Just of course, it's going to take a lot of practice with these boxy NASCARs. It's going to be tough,
Yeah.
but I feel like it's something I can handle.
We pick up second place here tonight at North Wilkesboro. Anyone like thank for tonight's great run?
Yeah, Team Spirit Racing, MX Wraps, Rev Sim Shop. Appreciate those guys helping me out. They give me this nice car and help me out every week.
Well, congrats on your second here tonight. We'll see you next week at Canadian Tire.
Appreciate it.
As Dorian Hamilton in that 25 machine rounding himself off in the second place. Calvin Smith in that 3 machine will bring him into here in a moment. So Calvin, you got a copy?
Yep.
So you round yourself off in the 3rd place here tonight. It seemed like it was pretty tough to pass here as well. You kind of had to work around a few drivers there late to work yourself up to 3rd place. Talk us through how hard it was to pass here at this short track tonight.
Oh yeah, track position in this track was everything. It was almost impossible. They can just kind of pinch you down. You couldn't put your throttle down. And then I had like 100 lap old tires and some damage, so my car already wasn't handling the best. It was very inch by inch every lap. It was rough.
Well, you made the best of it, definitely. I would say running up in that 3rd place. Do you think you could maybe got up to 2nd place if you kind of got around some of those cars earlier, or do you think you kind of tires wore off a little bit too much there at the end?
I think if I would have gotten by them maybe 5 laps earlier, I think I could have gotten to them when they were battling. And I only needed maybe 3 or 4 more laps to try to catch Dorian, but my stuff was pretty much gone there at the end. I was just holding on.
Yeah, it's kind of the sentiment from a lot of these drivers as well. But overall, great run here for tonight's here at North Wilkesboro for you. Anyone I thank for tonight's good run?
Yeah, I want to thank KK Woodscapes for jumping on board for this throwback scheme. This is just a gorgeous car. And MX Wraps, because they stayed up late, pulled a real late night to get this car delivered to me and get it all ready to go. So I want to thank them.
Well, congrats on your 3rd here tonight at North Wilkesboro. We'll see you next week at Canadian Tire.
Awesome. Thank you.
So that was Calvin Smith in that third place position, and also we're gonna be interviewing Cody Dorsey, who wins the dash here tonight as well. I told Brandon Cooks I was a little late there. We'll bring him into the booth here. Oh, Cody, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, Talon.
So you win the dash here tonight. Had to battle late there for it, but you end up victorious here in the dash, presented by My Mom's Addictions. Talk us through your night overall, and how was kind of the battle in those last 20 or so laps between you and Brandon?
The battle me and Brandon was really tough, man. It's really hard to pass here. Like, you guys set up lap after lap after lap. And then when I got cleared of him, I cooked the corner, and I mean, just absolutely destroyed my right front. So my wheel was pretty off there at the end, but yeah, it was a fun race. Didn't start out great. Wrecked in qualifying, so I had to start in the pits. So, already doing that rebound. We had a couple early cautions. One of them got me back on the lead lap. Fought through that. Then I think I got caught up in about 2 other wrecks and stuff. My wheel was pointed about, I don't know, about 7 o'clock or something. It wasn't good. So I had to fix it up and did that. But no, other than that, it was a fun race. A little bit more cautions than what we like to put on for the broadcast, but I'm sure it was pretty good excitement for the fans out there to watch. And yeah, just glad to rebound and get good points heading into Canadian Tire.
Yeah, top 5. Never can't really complain about you that usually, but overall a great result for you tonight. Anyone else you'd like to thank for tonight's great result?
Oh, of course, buddy. I want to thank you for what you do up in the booth and for LRN in total. We couldn't do this stuff without you guys. Again, thank Kyle Schmitz and his My Mom's Addictions for putting on this dash for us. It was cool to win that this season. I'll figure out what to do with that and probably give something out to the guys that I was competing against, try to help them out and give them something in it too. Thank Dakota Bly for making my StubHub throwback tonight for Casey Kane. And just big shout out to Quantum, Burlington Cafe, and the other sponsors we have in the league. Just really great guys that we have and sponsors we have, and mostly Kevin Kyle. I gotta get him out there. He's a great sponsor too. Got to really get him out there. But yeah, just thank you for what you do at Talon, and yeah, see you next week at Canadian Tire.
Yeah, definitely. We'll see you next week at Canadian Tire. And congrats on your 5th place here tonight as well.
All right, thank you, Talon.
So it's Cody Dorsey, our 5th place finisher in that 9 machine, winning up the dash here, presented by My Mom's Addictions. That's going to be it for our interviews tonight. So what a race that was. I mean, it's kind of a typical short track. You don't expect the most cleanest races, I would say, at short tracks. I think in total I have 12 cautions. So we had a long green flag run there at the end. I think our last caution was around lap 145 or so. So we had about 50 lap green flag run there at the end. So a lot of tire management, a lot of the drivers saying how big the tire fall off was right at the end of the race, and they just were hanging on for dear life. And I'm sure more than half the field was damaged as well. So overall great results here for those top 3, and obviously Cody Dorsey as well. Kyle Schmidt's rebounding as well in that 4th place position, being involved in a caution there late. He was our pole here for tonight. But overall, fun race. And next week, like these drivers I mentioned, is Canadian Tire. First ever time where LRN is broadcasting on Canadian Tire. We believe we broadcast in Montreal before, but our first time ever at Canadian Tire, so it should be a fun one next week. Canadian Tire is just such a fun racetrack. I mean, especially these next gen cars. I have no idea. I've never driven it with the next gen cars, but the trucks, it's really a fun car to drive. Track to drive in the truck series at least, and we'll see how it plays out here in the next gen. But next week we got Canadian Tire, and then after that, before that I guess is Superstar Cup Series on Wednesday at Darlington. Also the top tier season 5 racing series will be coming up here on February 17th at Daytona Tuesday nights. So that's coming up here in about 2 weeks time or so, right after week after the Daytona 500, I believe, maybe around there. But anyways, but overall a great race here tonight.